Hey y'all, how's it going? How's it going? God bless you today. I hope that you all are having a fantastic day. Um, welcome, welcome to a live I Choose Me conversation. Today we're going to be talking about minding your energy. This message, I believe, is going to be so freaking good. And I wish it was something that I learned a long time ago because I really think that this message is going to be life changing. We are live on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And of course, if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I have different cameras or different recording systems, not just one camera. And sometimes I'm looking to my left, to my right, sometimes up, maybe that I'm looking at notes. But much love to you all. And I pray that you all are having a fantastic day today. And I pray that you are at peace and that you're experiencing love and joy and you're walking in God's unmerited favor. And before we get started, I wanted to again thank you so very much for supporting what we do here by picking up your signed copy of Get Up You Big Fat Procrastinator and getting yourself some of the I Choose Me merch. Because of your support, we're able to carry the message of hope across the globe. And as you jump on, please shoot us some hearts and some likes so that we know that you're out there, and share this with others that need to be encouraged. Again, this whole message or this whole segment that we do is about the I Choose Me message. I Choose Me is about creating a lifestyle of balance for yourself by choosing to be emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially healthy first so that you can be of service to others. Remember, you matter, and it's okay for you to take care of you first so that you can effectively take care of other people. And as I say each week, the flight attendant reminds us, in case of an emergency, that you need to buckle yourself up and put your face mask on first, and then you can help your loved ones. And that's what this is all about, taking care of you first so that you can properly and happily serve others effectively. And as I mentioned at the beginning, this topic is called minding your energy or protecting your energy. And if you're anything like me, you have probably been hearing people talk about protecting their energy, or perhaps that you hear them say something like when someone comes into their space that that person has positive or negative energy. Well, what is energy as it relates to people and their space? Webster defines energy as a fundamental entity of nature that is transferred between parts of a system and the production of physical change within the system, and usually regarded as a capacity for doing work. And I like this definition because of the focus of transferring parts of a system and the production of physical change. And if you look at the body as a system, and it is, you have a nervous system, you have a skeletal system, a muscular system, a digestive system, a respiratory system, and so on, correct? And I'm sure you will agree that when someone comes into your space, sometimes you can feel a transferring of positive or negative energy, and you can sometimes experience a physical change in your body. And in your system, you can feel when the energies collide or they meld together. You know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You could be at peace at one moment and you're minding your own business, and someone comes into your space and shake up the whole atmosphere. Or the opposite, you could be in a space and you're feeling blue, you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling stressed, and someone who carries that positive energy. They come into your space, and then all of a sudden your energy shifts and you start feeling good. Or perhaps you know that you're playing in some kind of game or something and you're filled with a lot of fear, and then maybe your team starts singing and dancing and chanting and hyping you all up, and all of a sudden you feel like you're ready to conquer the world. You know, that's a great feeling, right? And this is why it is so vitally important that you mind your energy. It's important also to be able to identify your energy space or your environment. It's important to know your energy triggers and your energy vampires. Most times we don't know how to react and know that we need to make an adjustment, and we just let things happen to us, right? And I'm sure you would agree with me when you value your energy and your energy environment, that you would work to make sure that it's protected at all costs. And let me say that again. If you value your energy environment, you would work really hard to protect it at all costs. Why? Because you realize that it's okay for you to choose you, even when it makes other people uncomfortable or they try to put you down for protecting your energy, right? And listen, it's not just about feeling good for the sake of feeling good. It's about your mental, emotional, and physical health. If you agree that your body, our body, is a system, and that persons that you surround yourself with, they are a system too, when those systems are malfunctioning, especially when you collide with their energy, then it's not physically healthy for you to connect to that negative energy. And I bet you can agree with me that most anxiety and depression and mental ailments are because of an experience that you had with another human being, with another person. And it's time that we take back the gift that God has blessed us with and honor this precious commodity, our energy systems. And I believe that light attracts light, and familiar attracts familiar. What you give your energy to is what you also become, in a sense. In our country, we have experienced a collective unrest and energy shift that has brought our mental, emotional, and it's caused physical disorder and discontentment. Think about, the last presidential election and how everybody felt. Think about the death of George Floyd and the aftermath of it, or the recent shootings the school shootings that were at Uvalde, or even the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Now listen, I believe that some polarity, which is the state of having two opposite or contradictory tendencies, opinions, or aspects, I believe that polarity sometimes is important to bring about change. However, I equally believe that if you're experiencing constant negativity in your home or with other people outside of your home, and that becomes your new normal, you may want to check your energy barometer as it relates to your mental and your emotional health, right? There's some people that are just, like they're just angry all the time, right? They're online, spewing venom because of their disdain about somebody else's opinion. And every time you talk to them, they have something negative to say. You get in the car with them and they fuss about traffic, or they fuss about the people that are driving near them, and so on and so on. And I need to ask you, are you one of those people? Is that how people describe you when they ask about you? Are you a energy sucker? An energy sucker? An energy sucker? Are you addicted to gossip and mean comments and a whole bunch of drama? And if you are, how is that serving you? Does it feel good to you? Listen, are you willing to feel good about life? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to make a shift toward things that are positive? Just imagine where we would stand as a nation if we all took an internal temperature and make a decision to do things that exalt love, that exalt peace and harmony. And just imagine if we believed that we are all one. I am you and you are me. Listen, Just imagine how far we can go. We all are one, and I want love to prevail amongst all of us. I love hearing your opinions because guess what? It opens up my perspectives. We're one, but we're different. But we are still the same. You know what I mean? Just imagine how beautiful our world would be if we genuinely cared for each other and let love permeate our existence. And what if our decisions are made in love for the whole of humanity? Or how about we isolate negativity, move away from it, and move toward all those things that are positive? I remember, this is a crazy story. But I remember years ago of an incident that really could have turned our worlds upside down if other choices had been made. And I'm sure everyone has heard of a Karen, right? Well, just like a lot of people, I made the comment I had this desire that I wanted to run into a Karen, and I had already built in my system what I would say or how I would react to that Karen, right? And I remember an entertainer selling these shirts that said, "I wish a Karen would." Well, guess what? I manifested a Karen. I really did. And it was right after they started letting people outside with their mask after COVID. And I was with this group of ladies. It was about 6 of us. And we stayed in this Airbnb and decided to go grocery shopping, right? And it was super hot. We're in Texas. It's always super hot here. And right after they started letting people out and standing, they said you can wear your mask and you have to stand 6 feet away from people, right? But on that date, I was feeling, like super uncomfortable. The mask, I was just uncomfortable. I was hot and I was frustrated. And so I was over in this space that I was by myself, and I let my mask down near this freezing area just so that I can get a little bit of breath, a little bit of air, right? Just for a quick moment, right? But guess what? A Karen walked next to me and she made a comment about my mask. And it wasn't that she was being kind or caring, but she was just downright rude. And I was like, oh, it's on now. Here's my chance to let this Karen know what's up. Because she didn't know that I had been waiting on her. And let me tell you, I read her rights left and right. And I let every kind of negative comment that I can muster flow through these Christian lips. And I let it all go like it was natural. Me, a woman of God, I got drawn into something that was so incredibly pathetic. And afterwards, I felt all good. So I thought, and I went and found the other ladies throughout the store, and I told them about what just happened to me. And they were like, where is she? Where's she at? And I saw her walk by, and I, said, there she is right there. Well, they had their own, little choice words to say, not to her, but just amongst each other. And even though they had no initial encounter or quorums with this woman, right? They were like, what you want us to do? What you want us to do? Because we're all down for letting the Karen have it, you know what I mean? And once we finished our shopping and we got back in the truck, I found out that 3 of those ladies, they shared and showed all of us their protection. And I was like, oh, I need one of those. And we started looking at some, at Academy. But here's the thing, you all. Here's the thing about that story. Number 1, I manifested the negative encounter. Why? Because of something that I saw on television that other people were experiencing, or something that I saw on social media. Number 2, I then turned around and brought that negative energy to our group. Their energy shifted from let's go and party and have a good time to I wish a Karen would. And number 4, what if after I had let that Karen have it, that she was at her car waiting for me with a weapon? We live in Texas and you never know what could happen, right? So then, we would have, then our friends would have pulled out their weapons and we would have been looking like the OK Corral out there. Why? Because nothing that I did involved them But guess what? I involved them. Light attracts light, and dark attracts dark. But I'm so thankful that that wasn't the case. And to be perfectly honest, I really didn't get that much satisfaction from telling that lady off. You know, if she would have said something after I finished, like, ma'am, are you okay? Did you get it all out of your system? I would have felt so stupid. It felt like a dummy. You know what I mean? I could have really just ignored her or simply just say, you know, please mind your business. Because she had no idea of what I was going through at the time or how I felt or how unwell I felt at the time. And y'all, I could say that I, you know, learned my lesson at the time, but I ran into another Karen at the volleyball game. But this time, it was more of a game-like experience with me. I read her rights too, without all of the venom, of course. As a matter of fact, it was kind of comical because I ain't gonna let nobody run all over me. You know, that's not getting ready to happen. But after it was done, the person that was next to me, she just cracked up laughing, and I was like, these people be tripping. You know what I mean? But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna continue practicing minding my energy and protecting my mental environment. How about you? As a coach, a mentor, a wife, a mother, a relative, and a friend, I know that I will continue to experience people who have issues. But we can collectively practice identifying when that energy presents itself and putting up our shield of protection. I like what the scripture says that we need to put on the whole armor of God. And one of those is the shield of faith. And I have faith that the result of that encounter will eventually result into something positive. Again, if I encounter somebody that has to come into my environment and bring anything negative, I know that I have the shield of faith now, knowing that if I'm in that environment, it's going to turn out positive. Why? Because I'm open to hear other people's perspectives. Because your perspective, it helps me to grow. Why? Because I know that my positive energy will help you to see another side of the story or that issue. Especially if you can only see red. Remember, the more you stay in a place, that place is going to stay within you. What you give attention to is what you're going to become. And I believe all of this is about your energy. Mind your energy, beloved. Be careful with staring into the abyss, because the abyss will become one with you. Y'all, let's mind our energy. I've only been on here for a very short time, and I pray that the information that I shared with you will be helpful to you. And I hope that I said something that will help you along the way. There's a lot of gossipy information about goofy stuff where everybody's trying to vie for your attention. And I know, because like I said all the time, that I do my share of laughing at some of those things too, because laughter is good medicine. But I believe that the information that I'm sharing with you is valuable. So visit my website at LetitiaBrown.com and pick up a copy of my books, grab you some merchandise, wear your I Choose Me products proudly. And if you're looking for a speaker at your next event, or maybe you're hosting an event or you're involved in it, please contact me on my website or direct message me. I am available. Much love to you all. And I say, if you don't have a copy of this book now, I don't know what you're waiting for. But I want to thank you again for your support. Every time you see this book on your mantle, on your nightstand, on your shelf, it will encourage you to get up and get moving. And there's some extremely valuable information in this book, and it's so darn good. Well, God bless you all real good. Please like, please share, and please make sure that you're minding and protecting your energy. It means so much. It means so much to your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical health. And we want to feel good. God bless you all. We are live, but I'm going to continue to share this so that you can share with other people. God bless you real good now. Take care. Bye-bye.